Hey, how you doing? It's Steve, the Oxygen Dealer with Tampa Bay Holistic Wellness. Here to do the deed. We're going to do a live coffee enema right now in front of you, and we're going to go through the entire process of setting the scene and then performing the act, right? The coffee enema is one of the #1 ways to really massively detoxify your body in ways that you've never experienced before. So here we go. Let's talk about the setting the scene, right? So again, I said you want to have your coffee enema kit set up, whether it's your stainless steel can or whether it's your travel coffee enema kit, which will be a soft bag, right? You want to have it set up ahead of time. It's hanging. You want to make sure that the snap is completely shut, snap closed. It's going to be pinching the tube so that nothing will come out of here when I start to pour stuff in here, right? That's set up to go. The next thing I have is I have a little bed here set up with just a towel. You're welcome to put a pad underneath if you like. A pillow or some kind of headrest is often good. You also want to have some paper towels. A little bit of your lube of choice. I'm choosing organic coconut oil right now. You can use your, if you have your favorite non-toxic lube in your bedroom, you're welcome to use that. You got to have your iPad ready to go to play something that is really going to interest you, right? Something that's really going to get your attention. It really helps to have a distraction while this is going on. I mean, it really does. So choose something that you really are going to be into when you're watching it, right? You're going to have your full attention. Also, you want to have, if you got it, your squatter potty, and then have your concoction ready to go that you made in the kitchen, and you have in a separate container so that, you know, your wife's not going crazy because you're bringing the coffee enema kit in the kitchen, right? We are going to go ahead and put 1 quart of coffee into the bag or the can. This does not look like coffee because this is special. This is my ultimate coffee enema concoction. It's amazing. We're going to put a cup of it in here, a quart of it. Okay. And then now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to aspirate the hose, right? We want to get the air out of here. If you don't get all the air out of here, it could add some discomfort when you're doing it, right? So the first thing we want to do is just make sure we get as much of the air out as possible. I always pour more than I really need in my coffee enema so that I can spend some time aspirating in just a few seconds. So here we go. I'm going to put the tip and aim the tip. You can either aim the tip inside your shower, or you can just aim the tip inside the toilet, loosen the snap, and then there it is. You're going to see it come out, and you might see a few spurts like psh, psh, psh. That's the air coming out of it, right? After you're satisfied, take a few seconds, no more than 10, but 5 seconds usually does it. Close it, make sure it's closed, shake off the tip, and now this is ready for action. You can see this first awesome drawing, this diagram I've created, shows somebody's back on the floor, their rectum is right here, buttocks are facing that way, and these are their legs and their feet, right? So if you can see, a lot of people will assume that their rectum is just going straight. But that's not always the case. Often it's not. You know, everybody's body's different, and you're going to have to really go slow and really be attentive and be present and not be in a hurry, and give a loving, gentle approach to the insertion of this tip. And you'll find though that if you angle it downward rather than straight, angle it downward like that, that you will get further into your anus without any fanfare, no drama. So your inner sphincter, door #2, is about this distance from the tip to the filter. Okay? So if this filter is nowhere near your anus, you're hitting a wall, and that is this wall right here. So what you'll do then is you will unlatch, oh shit, the stopper. You'll unlatch the stopper, and that will lube the door #2, and then you'll feel that you're in like Flynn, right? We'll double check we got everything. Here's the lube. So we're going to take some of my organic coconut oil. I'm going to just really lovingly lather this tip. Remember, this is a really soft tip, so a lot of you guys don't have to be afraid. A lot of you guys are not going to enjoy this, while some of you may love it, right? But either way, this goes a long way towards making the experience better, right? You take your hand, and then I put a little hole in here, in my underwear, and then just lube that sucker. You might even want to not just go around, but even, you know, punch in a little bit. And now you're set to go, right? So what you'll do is you'll lay back. I'm going to wipe my hand with my towel first. Now I'm going to lay back and I'm going to put my feet up. And I'm going to insert. And what you want to do is imagine that you're taking a dump. And that will loosen up your sphincter, right? And you slowly push in at a downward angle. If this is not working, you can go flat on your feet, and that'll work. So just try either one and just be gentle. And right there, I'm hitting the doorway. I'm hitting the second sphincter right there, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock this and send fluid down to the anus. There it is. And it's easy your first time to just be contracting there. And what you want to do is, while you want to maintain door number 1 sphincter to be closed, you also want to loosen up the muscles behind it. Like there it is. Loosen up those muscles. So it's like keeping the outer part tight and the inner part loose, right? And now it's flowing pretty fast. So here, there's two things that can go wrong. There's two little dramas that you could go through. One is that it's rushing too fast because the bag is full. I mean, the bag is at a higher elevation. If you find that it's uncomfortable, the rush that it's coming in, just squeeze it shut and stop it. Wait a little bit, relax. Open it up again. And then see if you can handle it. If you can't, stop it again and just wait a little while. What's happening is that the minute that it's entering your sigmoid colon, it starts to crawl its way up the rest of your intestine. Already right now it's moving, okay? The other drama that can happen is that you find that you did go too fast, you misjudged. For some reason, the heat and the liquid you're finding sensitive in your rectum, right? All you got to do there is just come up again, snap it shut, and just wait. Break out your iPad and just start watching your show, right? And then let it cool down a second. When you feel like it's cooled down a second, you turn it back on and you let it run out. Now, your first 1,000 coffee enemas, you may be all about trying to get everything out of your tube, and after that you're going to get over it and you're just going to leave wherever it stops. You're just going to leave it there, you're going to shut it, and then you're going to be done with it, and that's fine. If you're like me though, and you're doing the ultimate coffee enema with all its ingredients, you want to really maximize everything you've got. There's money in that tube, right? So what you do is once the fluid stops right here, it's the stopping point, I just start to, at the same time, relax. I'll lift up. And as I lift up, it's coming down the tube. That's as low as it's going to get. Snap it shut. Now tighten your sphincter and slowly pull out. Make sure that this is snapped shut, because if you don't snap this shut when you pull it out, it's just going to be all over the place, right? It's written in blood. I'm telling you, you don't want it. So make sure it's closed, and then bring your paper under your crack, and as you pull it out, sphincter tight. No drip, no mess. It's all taken care of. Look at that. No drama. Now that we're here, what we want to do is we want to minimum roll to your right side. So we're maximizing the amount of coffee that is hitting that area between the ascending colon and the transverse colon. And just rest. Push play and watch your video. Watch something that's really interesting you, right? 12 to 15 minutes is what we're looking for. 12 to 15 minutes is how long it's going to take to absorb all the caffeine that's in that 1 quart of coffee into your liver, okay? You can take this time. What I do is I like to stack things that I do, right? So I also practice sexual transmutation while I'm here, and also when I'm after I've released. So there are other things you can do to take up the time that this is happening, so that if there's any drama, you don't focus on it, right? So let's talk about drama that can happen after the tube is out. So now that you've got the tube is out, there's two dramas that you could experience. One is that you obviously did not evacuate as much as you thought, or you still have stuff in there. Either way, you can feel that you're just full and that it's gonna just explode all over the wall, right? In that case, immediately, just get up, sit on the toilet, put your feet on the pot of squatty, look at your iPad, and just let it fly. It doesn't really matter at first. As long as you've just done it and you started it, it's good. Your goal is 12 to 15 minutes, but if you get 60 seconds in there, you're doing good. Remember, all that has to happen at first is that the caffeine, the palmitic acid, and the polyphenols just reach your point between your sigmoid colon and your descending colon, okay? So if you're there for 30 seconds, that's a good start. Don't worry about it. But to really absorb all the caffeine that is in the 1 quart of coffee, it's going to take 12 to 15 minutes. Okay, so let's say you're not having drama regarding that you need to evacuate right away. But let's say that you're having some kind of intense thing going on in here, maybe some cramping, right? The first thing you want to do right away is just stretch your legs out, cross them, and engage your glutes. And this is what I call my iron gate technique, because nothing ain't getting out of there if your legs are crossed, stretched out, and you're good. Nothing's coming out, right? And then just kind of wait out the intensity. Wait a few seconds. You be the judge. You know your body. See if you can handle this intensity. If it does not go, if it looks like it's not going to go away, refer to the thing you did before, which is just without any fanfare, get on the toilet and let it out. But what you'll usually find is that whenever you have a little intensity, if you just do this and wait it out, again, focus on what you got on the iPad, you'll get through it. Okay? Let's see. Okay, so there's going to be those of you guys that are super badass at this, right? You're just advanced dudes. So this is what I got for you. Remember, what we want to do here is we want to get as much of the coffee. We want two things if you're really trying to go above and beyond. One is you want to get coffee moving all around in there. The other thing is you want as much coffee as you can at this junction of where the ascending colon and transverse colon meet, right? So that's why we're on our right side, right? This is what the minimum we're asking, right? But you want to take it further. All you got to do is kind of pick yourself up, dip your shoulder down, have your left hip up, and you can even throw your leg up if you want. If you're real serious, you got some balance, you can do something like that, right? And then if you want to go crazy, you can just move your body around. Just move your body around for a minute or so in different directions, you know, and really get that fluid moving around inside your intestine, you know. So if you want to go the extra mile, you can do that. However, it is not required. Basics are just to aspirate the tube into the toilet or your shower. Be sure you lube up the tube, lube up the outer anus. Pick up the legs. After you enter the gate door number 1 and you hit gate number 2, and you're hitting a wall, turn this on, and you'll go the rest of the way in. Leave it on. You can even push this up a little bit to make sure that the tube isn't pinched, right? Hold it right there. It should stay in place. If not, you can have a hand in there, right? When you're full, or the tube is when the fluid is here, you want to try to get a little more out, just tilt. If not, don't worry about it. If it's only coffee, just shut it off. Tilt up a little bit. Bring your paper. Squeeze your sphincters are pulling out. No drip, no mess, no drama. So, how long is it? It's already been a few minutes, right? So, next thing to do, sit down, continue watching your show, and here's the moment where you can, you can decide how much cleaning you're gonna have to do. You can either let the gate open, let everything all at once, bum rush the toilet, or what you can do is let out a controlled stream. Here we go. Like a professional. This is a great time to practice priming up, filling up with oxygen, pressurizing your lungs, and then pushing the blood oxygen to the brain for pineal gland stimulation. Or we can just get switched on where you're rolling your eyes back and entering samadhi. It's a great place to do it. You're going to have your liver getting clean. If you're doing the ultimate coffee enema, you're going to have a bunch of living stuff inside you. You're going to feel such a sense of high well-being. It's profound. And you can add to this experience by being primed up with oxygen, pressurizing your lungs, and sending it to the brain. It'll also help push more coffee out faster, right? So, if you're only using coffee, chances are this is going to take 15 to 20 minutes. If you're using the ultimate coffee enema protocol, what's going to happen is you may be holding on to stuff for over the next hour or two. So if you're going to do the ultimate coffee enema, you want to make sure that you have a couple of hours from the beginning to the end before you get in traffic that you're going to be stuck in, right? If it's the regular coffee enema, usually you're done in half an hour. So if you have any questions, just click on the link below to get to my website or my email. I'm at theoxygendealer.com. You can reach me at oxygendealer@gmail. No the, just oxygendealer@gmail, or tampabayholisticwellness.com. I hope you enjoyed the ultimate coffee enema familiarization.